The IRS does not treat me well.
He paid all of, you ready for this?
$750.
$750.
$750 in federal income taxes.
$750.
$750.
President Trump, who's a billionaire, paid less income tax than teachers, firefighters, and nurses.
It's not been easy for me. It has not been easy for me.
The tax returns that we have now seen from Donald Trump tell us a couple of interesting things. Trump is either A bad businessman who has lost money year after year after year, or B, he is a tax cheat who has avoided paying what he owes in taxes year after year after year. Knowing Donald Trump, the likelihood is that both are true.
$750 is about what someone who earns $20,000 a year in salary would have paid.
Trump is both a bad businessman and a tax cheat.
What is your tax rate?
It's none of your business.
In any case, it appears that Trump, the self-proclaimed billionaire, has paid no federal income taxes in 10 out of 15 years, and during the first year of his presidency, he paid $750. If you paid a penny in federal income taxes, you paid more than Donald Trump did during 10 out of the last 15 years. The point to be made here is that Trump, a so-called billionaire, is certainly not alone. As Leona Helmsley, the multi-billionaire hotel heiress, said way back in 1989,
only the little people pay taxes, right?
Sadly, she has been proven right. Over the past 40 years, the billionaire class has rigged the tax code in order to avoid paying their fair share. Here are just a few examples. Listen to this. Over the past 3 years, Amazon, owned by the wealthiest man alive, Jeff Bezos, not only paid nothing in federal income taxes, it actually got a $104 million tax refund from the IRS after earning $30 billion in profits. And Amazon was by no means alone. A year after Trump's tax giveaway to the rich was signed into law, 90 large profitable corporations, including Netflix, Starbucks, and Federal Express, paid not a penny in federal income taxes after making $100 billion in profits. The situation has become so absurd that billionaires now pay a lower effective tax rate than the bottom 90% of Americans for the first time in 100 years. And in America today, the top 1% are responsible for 70% of all of the unpaid taxes in our country. Our job at this moment is not just to defeat Donald Trump, the most dangerous and corrupt president in the modern history of our country. Our job is not just to regain a Democratic majority in the United States Senate and to expand the Democratic majority in the House of Representatives. Our job must be to use that Democratic majority to create, among many, many other things, a tax system that is fair, that is progressive, and that demands that the wealthiest people in this country finally start paying their fair share of taxes. Over a recent 3-year period, the top 1% in our country avoided $800 billion in taxes that they owed. With that money, we could have made public colleges, universities, and trade schools tuition-free for all. We could have eliminated child hunger in America. We could have provided clean drinking water to every person in our country. We could have eliminated homelessness in America. We could have fully funded the U.S. postal system. And on it goes. At a time of massive income and wealth inequality, and especially during this horrific pandemic, the time has come to say enough is enough. No more tax breaks for billionaires while children in America go hungry and veterans sleep out on the street. Despite whether Trump and the billionaire class likes it or not, they will pay more in federal taxes. We can no longer tolerate a system that allows billionaires in America to increase their wealth by $845 billion over the last 6 months, while 30 million Americans lost their jobs and 12 million people lost their health insurance. Let us have the courage to take on the big money interests and to tax the obscene wealth that billionaires have seen during this pandemic and use that revenue to guarantee health care as a right to every man, woman, and child. Now more than ever, we need to create an economy, a government, and a tax code that works for all and not just Trump and his billionaire friends.
That was Bernie Sanders' latest video, and I played it for you in full because I wanted to underline how Bernie Sanders not only blasts Donald Trump, but he in effect connects Donald Trump's tax evasion and the tax system around it to bigger issues at play, both during this crisis, but also before and after it. Because a lot of people are only focusing in on Donald Trump only paying $750, and it's uniquely a character personal failure of Donald Trump. And a lot of people, I think, from the neoliberal wing of the Democratic Party, that's where they're focused. But Bernie makes it clear this is not just Donald Trump. Certainly Bernie says likely he's doing some sort of tax finagling, which is, if not illegal, certainly immoral. But a big part of this is that Donald Trump is getting away with tax cheating that a lot of billionaires and multimillionaires get away with all the time, like Jeff Bezos and like so many others, and Bernie notes that. And that's what's crucial here. Because yes, the Trump tax story matters, but it can't be allowed to just be about Donald Trump. It can't be allowed to just be about this guy being bad. It can't just be Orange Man bad. And Bernie is right to say that the lesson here is, yes, Trump's a crook. He's a danger to democracy. Vote him out. I 100% agree. But we need to put forward policies that will prevent other people like Donald Trump from doing the same thing in the future. And obviously a lot of them are probably doing it right now. And so Bernie has repeatedly noted this, that we need to tax the rich. And specifically, and he's worked with other Democrats like Gillibrand and I believe Ed Markey to put forward basically a one-time extra wealth and profit tax, which would look at the richest billionaires in the United States and say any money you made from March 15th, from the start of the lockdown until the end of this calendar year, we're going to tax at like 75%, which is a fundamentally required response because there are a few people that have made so much ungodly money from this crisis in which people have lost their lives and their jobs and their homes and their families and what have you, that the very least we can do is take some of that to help pay for what is going to be a difficult but necessary recovery. So I want to thank Bernie Sanders because what Bernie is doing here is, yes, he's laying the fight before us in immediate terms. Trump's a crook. Trump's a fraud. He must be defeated. But the real fight is just beginning. And we know this. My viewers know this. Everyone knows this, that even if you're planning to vote for Joe Biden as a vote against Donald Trump, there's going to be fights to actually build a working class centered, people centered recovery, even if Biden wins. And Biden and a lot of his team are going to be oriented towards protecting the rich and wealthy and well-connected. They're going to be oriented towards those people. They might give them slight tax increases here and there, but there's not going to be a wealth tax. There's not going to be a pandemic tax if Biden's president. There won't be. There just won't be, unless it's forced upon him by popular action and people like Bernie Sanders. So, Trump has to go, but the real fight is just beginning if we want to stop other billionaires and multimillionaires from abusing the tax system.